If you've been holding Iraqi dinar and waiting patiently for a major shift, today's update could be the pivotal moment you've hoped for. Welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, your reliable source for unfolding currency developments and verified financial analysis. What we're covering today isn't speculation, it's a milestone. According to multiple emerging reports, the U.S. Treasury has finalized the revaluation rate for the Iraqi dinar, and that's right. RV processing is said to be complete. This breakthrough could mark the beginning of the next major chapter for IQD holders, both in the United States and internationally. To understand the gravity of this development, it helps to revisit what RV or revaluation actually means. In financial terms, a revaluation occurs when a country's monetary authority officially adjusts the exchange rate of its currency, often upward, to better reflect its real economic standing. For Iraq, a nation rich in oil, minerals, and strategic economic potential, such a correction has been anticipated for years. Many long-term investors have argued that the dinar has remained undervalued and that a restructured rate was only a matter of time. Now, with the confirmation of a final rate reportedly secured, we are entering the final stages of that waiting game. When a currency reaches the final rate status, it typically means negotiations and evaluations are complete and the agreed rate is ready to be rolled out as the new official benchmark. For investors, this takes the guesswork off the table. If true, this development implies that exchange appointments, structured financial rollouts, and legal processing could begin in the very near future. For individuals holding IQD, whether a modest amount or a large reserve, this confirmation could represent the shift from holding paper to holding a significant financial asset. Some people have held their dinar since the early 2000s. For them, this is more than news. It's a long-awaited opportunity potentially becoming reality. A successful revaluation means that what was once speculative currency may now be exchanged at a drastically higher value than what was paid for it. But this potential gain doesn't come without a call for responsibility. First and foremost, avoid panic. This is not the time to rush into decisions. What matters now is that your paperwork is ready and your understanding of the exchange process is clear. Make sure you have your proof of purchase, valid identification, and any required banking documents organized. Accuracy and preparation are going to be your best assets as exchange windows begin to open. It's also important to recognize that not every bank or exchange center will be handling IQD transactions at once. Some institutions may be designated as regional centers for this purpose, while others may participate later in the process. Call ahead. Verify directly with authorized personnel. Only proceed with institutions that are certified to handle foreign currency revaluations at the institutional level. Limits may apply depending on your region, and appointments may need to be scheduled far in advance. This brings us to the broader economic picture. Iraq reaching a point where the U.S. Treasury reportedly confirms the revaluation rate has implications that go beyond private investors. It signals that Iraq is stabilizing and re-entering the global economic stage with renewed legitimacy. A stronger, globally recognized dinar increases Iraq's influence in international trade, enhances its ability to draw foreign investment, and could stabilize the domestic economy. Citizens within Iraq may see improved purchasing power, a reduction in inflation, and expanded access to goods and services. Naturally, with major economic transitions come new risks. Currency markets can move quickly and sometimes irrationally. Short-term fluctuations, speculation, or even inflation spikes can emerge if large volumes of revalued funds flood the economy too quickly. That's why it's critical to approach this next phase with patience and expert guidance. Consulting a licensed financial advisor or tax consultant is not just recommended, it's essential. In the U.S., this development could also have ripple effects on local financial institutions. Banks and money service businesses will see a spike in demand for IQD transactions. Some may pause new appointments just to manage the initial surge. Being ahead of that curve by contacting your local institutions, understanding their policies, and securing early appointments could give you a significant advantage during this window. As this revaluation story unfolds, there's another critical factor every holder must remain vigilant about: security. High-value events like this tend to attract bad actors. Unfortunately, scams are already circulating. Be extremely wary of anyone offering early exchange access, backdoor rates, or insider deals. These are almost always red flags. Never send your dinar through mail or digital platforms unless you are dealing directly with a recognized and regulated institution. Keep your physical notes protected. Store them in tamper-proof sleeves. Secure your receipts, and limit what you share publicly. Oversharing online can make you a target. If the RV proceeds as described and exchange centers begin opening across the U.S., timelines will matter. Many analysts suggest that the redemption window may be narrow, possibly just 30 to 60 days. This time constraint is designed to avoid market instability and ensure orderly processing. So once official announcements are confirmed, you'll want to act quickly but carefully. Book appointments early, double-check every required document, and walk into your exchange with confidence. A misstep could lead to delays or even missed opportunities. Now consider the everyday impact on Iraq itself. Should the revaluation proceed as structured, Iraqi citizens may soon experience more stable pricing, expanded access to global markets, and new job opportunities. Businesses will likely see easier access to international financing, and black market currency exchanges that have long caused inflation issues may finally be phased out. For working-class Iraqis, this shift represents more than just numbers on paper. It could translate to real economic relief and opportunity. And then there's the symbolic aspect. Iraq's journey from post-conflict reconstruction to a recognized financial player is no small feat. The dinar's return to value is a statement both to the Iraqi people and the international community. It tells the world that Iraq is ready to engage with global markets on equal terms. It signals that years of reform, economic discipline, and strategic partnership have led to tangible results. The U.S. Treasury's reported confirmation of the final rate isn't just an endorsement, it's a global green light. Of course, with new wealth comes new responsibility. A revaluation could result in substantial financial gains, but gains without structure are often lost. Don't treat this as winning the lottery. Think of it as building capital for your future. Consult a tax advisor as soon as possible. In the U.S., gains from currency exchanges are likely to be considered taxable income or capital gains, depending on your situation. Planning ahead can help avoid unexpected tax liabilities. Set aside funds to cover those obligations before spending or reinvesting. The biggest financial mistakes tend to happen when people jump into action without understanding the long-term implications. While it might be tempting to upgrade your lifestyle or make large purchases, a more prudent move would be to build an emergency reserve, reduce liabilities, and invest strategically. This is your chance to establish financial security, not just for yourself, but potentially for your family and future generations. Many viewers ask, what if I'm new to this and just learned about the RV? The good news is it's not too late. You still have time to get organized, understand the process, and prepare. Start by reviewing verified sources of information. Financial blogs, community forums, and official currency exchange platforms can help you separate hype from reality. The more informed you are, the better decisions you'll make. Knowledge, not emotion, will determine your outcome. One final reminder: discipline is just as important as awareness. Keep your documents private. Avoid flaunting your holdings. Keep your conversations limited to trusted advisors. Publicly celebrating a potential windfall can create security risks and unnecessary attention. Quiet readiness beats loud excitement every time. As this process moves forward, stay connected with Iraqi Dinar News. We'll continue providing updates on confirmed rates, government releases, redemption center details, and any critical changes in the schedule. Our goal is not to hype the moment, but to help you navigate it wisely. You've been patient. Now it's time to be smart. If this revaluation becomes reality, it may well mark one of the most transformative financial events in recent history for ordinary individuals. From early 2000s speculation to 2025 execution, this journey has been long and often uncertain, but if today's confirmations hold true, then your patience may finally be rewarded. Just remember, true success isn't just about gaining wealth, it's about keeping it, growing it, and using it with wisdom. Thank you for watching Iraqi Dinar News. Subscribe for verified insights, share this with others in the community, and keep your mind focused on what matters most: preparedness, not panic. Your future may be closer than you think. Stay safe, stay strategic, and as always, stay ready.